how much more different the Falcons season would have been had they not chosen Pitts at 4. We are all talking about how Pitts had a 1,000-yard season. But how many times did Cordero Patterson change their fortunes more often than not than Pitts this year? And the issue with Matt Ryan and moving forward with him, what if they had gotten Fields at 4? Right? Would Nagy still have a job in Chicago? Because there would be nothing like that hanging over their head. Would they have gotten somebody else at the quarterback position? I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, what would they have done if they had had that Ryan or Kidd situation? Or what if they had gotten, and I know this is unfair because we didn't know he was that good, what if they chose Parsons 4th overall? What if they had chosen Jamar Chase 4th overall? Clearly didn't know what was happening with Calvin Ridley.
Right.
But
yeah, bigger what if I think is Micah Parsons. Because if they take Fields, I don't think anything happens. Fields probably doesn't even play a snap this year.
I don't know about that.
They're probably in about the same boat, but if you get a game wrecker on defense like that, he might win a game or two for you, and now suddenly they're in the playoffs.
How about this one? I wasn't planning on talking about it, but let's just dive into it here. That the Falcons are what the Bears would have looked like had they not chosen Fields at quarterback. It's unfair to say whoever starts for Chicago is Ryan. I'm just saying the things that are being equal are veteran.
Just the idea of a veteran quarterback.
A veteran quarterback who is immobile.
Yeah.
Immobile veteran quarterback.
Okay.
Behind a speculative line with just enough weapons to tantalize you a little bit, but not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Falcons are what the Bears would have looked like had the Bears not chosen Fields, and that it's possible that the Falcons would have been what the Bears looked like, although I do like Arthur Smith a lot.
Yeah.
Had they chosen Justin Fields. And I don't know what happened in that draft room, but in the same way that we're talking about that sliding door of Penei Sewell or Jamar Chase, and they chose the Chase kid, and that sliding door is opened up into an AFC North championship and a remarkably explosive offense with a huge upside this year and beyond. I'm just wondering what that would have been in Atlanta. That pick at 4, you chose a tight end who got in the end zone once and only in London. He was 0 for American end zones this year.
But nearly set the rookie tight end receiving record.
But those are like empty calories.
It's still significant.
I'm not poo-pooing it.
But if you look at Cincinnati, comparing them to Cincinnati, I don't think is fair because they already had the quarterback in place, already had a kind of a superstar running back in place. Atlanta doesn't really have either of those things in terms of.
No. I'm comparing Atlanta and Chicago, but the idea of just showing you how making the right choice at a top 5 pick is something that can unlock a door. Nobody was talking about Parsons as a top 5 pick, so that might be patently unfair. But Jamar Chase is different.
Jamar Chase was in the top 5 pick mix. But you didn't know Calvin Ridley was going to have his personal issues.
Correct.
Heading into the year. Atlanta a little bit better on offense in Chicago. Bears.
What about
Mac Jones?
What about Mac Jones instead of
Kyle
Pitts?
But he wasn't going to be the 4th overall pick.
You're still not going to make the playoffs, but you also have an answer. Matt Ryan said he wants to stick around there. He likes the coaching staff. They have changed the culture around there. That's a fact. We're all talking about what's happening with Seattle's quarterback situation, what's happening with
But Matt Ryan's never going to be
Rodgers.
a mobile player. He's in the Brady mode where it's just pocket only. Get him some protection, get him a few more offensive weapons. I think he's got a couple years left.
It's just an interesting conversation to me here about when you ask me, like, what about Atlanta? You got to still go back to last April before talking about the next few months and what we just saw. But what if they got the right coach?
What if Pitts has 10 touchdowns next year? I think, are we still having the conversation?
I'm more than happy to revisit it.
Yeah.
But in terms of like right now, like, would you rather have Chase or Pitts? I mean, that might be, the positional thing. You want to have a wide receiver or a tight end?
But I think it just depends who's throwing the ball.
That's the Atlanta question right here. Problem for them, too, is Brady's still in the division.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What's the Saints quarterback situation going to be like? Oh, my God, is the offseason going to be, as the kids say, lit?
What about Carolina?
Right.
Questions surrounding the head coach. Looks like he's going to be back.
And Brady might be the only quarterback who stays back-to-back.
Yeah, quarterback clearly not the
for
answer.
age 45.
By the way, 3 more touchdowns for Brady. 43 touchdowns, 5,300 yards.
Insane.
MVP.
Age 44. Age 44. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.